I have nothing prepared today because I wasn't going to go live, but I decided to this morning because I have a story to share that's been something that's been going on for me, and I thought it might be valuable to share it. Um, there might be some lessons in it for us all. So, as you know, 2 weeks ago we went off camping in our camper van and we headed off to Auckland in the greater Auckland region, which is our largest city here in New Zealand. So Auckland has about 1.7 million people. We're only 5 million people total in the whole of New Zealand. So we're a tiny country. So we headed off in our camper van for, it was a week or so. We weren't sure what it was going to be. And we just thought we'd make it up as we went. And so we went to Auckland. Our first stop was East Auckland. We found, oh no, sorry, it was more central for a couple of nights. Enjoyed that, spent some time around the neighbourhood we used to live in when we were commuting between Auckland and Tauranga, which is where we now live. We spent some time walking around that neighbourhood, doing some of our old walks. It was really great. We really enjoyed it. We then headed out east. We spent a couple of nights camping there. Enjoyed wandering around there. We had both lived in that area in past lives. And then we headed further north for a few nights to a peninsula, and had a great couple of nights there, and just enjoyed being around the water, being in the city that I grew up in. I grew up in South Auckland. Craig moved to Auckland when he was in his 20s, and it's where we met before we moved here, which is 3 hours south. So we then headed south and had another couple of nights. And we spent a lot of time doing city things. So we went into Auckland City downtown. We caught the ferry across the harbour to a little place called Devonport, which is lovely. We had lunch there. We wandered around there. We caught the train around the city, which we really, really enjoyed. It was fantastic. The new electric trains that we've, had come on board the last few years, I think that we had experienced. It was all easy. It was a tap and go on your phone. We had a fantastic time. And if you watch some of my other videos from when I've come back from camper van trips, I had the post-vacation blues. And this time I got them massively. But there's another little part to the story that I'll share in a minute that was going on in the background that's had an impact as well. But so anyway, we got home and I just plummeted. I felt low and down, and I couldn't shift it for a couple of days. I felt bored. I felt frustrated. I felt, is this it? We were doing so many exciting, new, different things we'd done before years ago, but where we live now is a small city. There's only 200,000 people. There's limited things to do. And, I guess there was a lot of stimulation while we were away. So yesterday morning, I found myself on the couch, wide awake at 3:30 in the morning. And, all of this going over in my head, gosh, I'm bored. I need a change. Where is life going? What's happening? Yes, I'm doing this YouTube. Yes, I've restarted my little part-time coaching business and I'm loving that. But where is life going? And we've lived in this house for 17 years. We've been in this city for 17 years. It's the longest I've lived anywhere in my entire life. And I've had this feeling for a little while that I'm kind of done with it. So yesterday morning on the couch, 3:30 in the morning, I started catching up on some of my creators. I couldn't sleep. And I watched one of Lucy on Life, her latest video, where she did a vlog. So Lucy shares content, and it's a wonderful channel about toxic workplaces. She's an ex-CEO from the charity sector, and she helps people in their work environment. And she did something different this week. Normally she's sitting in an office like I am here, and she's talking about work, but this week she did a Sunday morning stroll along the canal. They're not called canals. What's the right word? Steve, if you're here, you'll know. In the UK, to her local cafe, where she sat down and had coffee. And she was just taking us on that journey. And that video sparked something in me, and I just sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. And it was exactly what I needed. I don't know what it was, but it helped me connect with what was going on inside of me. So I sobbed and I sobbed, and I then went back to bed for a couple of hours, because by 6, 7 o'clock, I was exhausted. I went back to bed, had another couple of hours sleep, which was great. Craig and I went and did our grocery shopping. I didn't walk yesterday. I just said, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm just nurturing myself, which is what I learned to do after those intense emotional times. I just didn't do a lot at all yesterday. Put the groceries away, made a nice salad for lunch, made fish burgers for dinner, which is something we had when we were away that I love, that I never allow myself to eat, because I think I shouldn't have a burger, I shouldn't have that white bread. I had it, I loved it, I enjoyed it. And started feeling lighter last night. So I'll stop there for a minute, because there is more to share, but I wanted to jump into the comments, and I need to actually open my laptop for that. So just bear with me for a moment. I'm not very organised this morning. I actually wasn't going to go live. I want to see all your comments, and on my computer screen, it's just, on my phone screen, it's just not doing it. So yeah, so that's been my few days. It's been, there is another part to it that I want to share, because it's another important part. So, but I want to say hi. I want to say hi to everybody. Turn that off. Mike, hi. Oh, sorry, I've got an itchy nose now. Cheryl, hi. Thank you for being here. Lovely to see you. Scott, Jennifer, thank you. Laurie, I know you're here somewhere. CL. I hope I've got everybody. Thanks, guys. Good to have you here. It's, when I decided yesterday not doing any content this week. I'm stepping back from YouTube. I'm just gonna go inside. But something kind of released yesterday, and I thought, no, I'm going to leave it. If I wake up in the morning and I want to go live, I'm going to go live. If I don't, I'm not. But I did. I woke up and I thought, okay, I've got nothing prepared, but there's a huge lesson in the story, so I'll share that. So, Mike, hi, good to have you here. So, and I'll just click that on live chat. So let me share where I got to with all of it. So while I'm talking about this, if this triggers something for you, or you go, oh, wow, that happened for me, or I've been going more, let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it as we go, because this is about all of us. It's not just about me. So what's happened is Craig and I were talking, and we have both identified that we loved being in the city. We love the stimulation. We love the fact that in our bigger city, there is so much to do. And we really enjoyed that. And to cut a long story short, and conversations we've had the last 2 days, we are going to start exploring a move back to Auckland City. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back in our camper van for 2 weeks, and we're going to spend 2 weeks in my hometown, which is 50 kilometres south of Auckland City. And we can camp there. We We'll explore the city from there as, what it would be like to live there. I know it's only 2 weeks, but I know the town very, very well. Craig knows it a little bit. We have a house there still that was mine. And so we're going to do that, and we're just going to see how we feel, and we might do that 2 or 3 times over the next few months. We haven't, decided anything yet, but for the first time since I stopped work, and probably for a long before that, for a number of years, I feel really excited. I feel really excited about the future in terms of doing something new, having a change, and so that's what we're going to explore. Now, there's another little part to this that I'd want to share. So I'm excited that we're going to explore something new. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. We end up doing something completely different, I don't know. But, yeah, it's exciting. Yes, yes, I watched Laurie's video this morning too. It was really great. Haven't finished it, so I need to go back and finish it. But I was watching it before I came on here. Jennifer, sometimes just giving yourself permission to do or not to do something seems to release the pressure to do so. It opens up the creative flow without the pressure. Yes, exactly. Like, I wasn't in the mood for recording videos, and it's even got me thinking about another track, another train of thought for these videos altogether. And, maybe I go back to what I originally started doing on this channel when I restarted it last year, and that was sharing life lessons that I'm going through. Off the cuff stories. Maybe that's where I go with this. It's not scripted. It's either, I might be sitting here in my office, but I might be on the beach when we're camping, or I might be out walking with my black t-shirt and my black cap. I don't know, but I'm excited about that too, that this is leading that in a new direction. Laurie, I cannot wait for the warm weather. Oh, I know. It must be so hard, that cold, cold weather for so long. I really, yeah. Jennifer, I love that you were going to explore the idea. Yeah, and interestingly enough, we have over on the office wall here, Craig has got this big wooden cutout, and it's quite big. It's about this big, and it says explore. And he bought it when we first did our camper van, and we were going to put it in there, and we never did. And I looked at it this morning when I sat down here at my desk, and it's been sitting there for 3 years. And I looked at it and I went, explore. And it jumped out at me. And it was like, yeah, we're going to explore. And that feels really exciting. So, Jennifer, it's a balmy -11 this afternoon. Oh, Jennifer, wow, that's so cold. We did -5 in Queenstown last year in the winter, and it was fine. It was okay. But I know you get down way more than that. And that was in the morning. Like in the afternoon, it got up to 3 or 4 degrees, or sometimes 8 degrees. So it's not cold at all compared to you. Yes, CL, exploring is exciting. It is so exciting. And, I've always been someone to do lots of different things and to need the stimulation of change, even though at times I find change difficult. I'm someone who needs that stimulation. And, that's why I'm enjoying doing the different things on YouTube and also doing the coaching again, because, that brings some different elements into my life. Jennifer, I'm the same way, Kathryn. I could not wait to live out in a remote area as an observer. I love being... Oh, you could not live out in a remote area. Sorry, as an observer, I love being in the city. Yeah, Jennifer, I always did enjoy the city, and I was brought up on a farm for some of my childhood, about 10 years of it. But other than that, I've lived in town. So yeah, maybe we've done this. Maybe this season in our life is done. We came here when Craig's parents were still alive. his sister lives here. We don't have a lot of contact with her, but she lives here. I've got, I had my best friend here who, went through a difficult time and stopped communicating. So things are very different here than they were when we came here 17 years ago. We've grown. This place has grown, but I feel like maybe we've outgrown it. I'm not sure. Laurie, oh my intro, you get the trophy. Not quite sure what you mean, Laurie. Let me know. Zayden, hi. I'm doing okay. I've had a rough few days, but I'm coming out the other side and I'm learning and discovered some things. And Craig and I are exploring a move to our biggest city in New Zealand, and we'll probably still stay in an area where there's space around. I don't think we'll go back to a suburban type environment, but who knows? We're open to looking at all sorts of different things, and we'll do that. So Lisa, hi, lovely to have you here. Just been sharing, yeah, that it's and so the other part of the story from the last week is that I spent I spent 2 days with a dear friend that I've known since I was 13, and she lost her husband in November very suddenly, and I had been in touch with her a lot, and I've known her and her husband all that time, and they've been the people that were always there. We weren't always in contact, but whenever I went to my hometown, I would call them up and I would go and visit them or meet them for dinner, or I would call him every once in a while, or I'd call her every once in a while. And he passed suddenly in November. So I've been in contact with her quite a bit since he passed. And, I said to her, I'll come and stay a couple of nights sometime soon. So I went and stayed a couple of nights with her on the way home, and because we had our car in Auckland as well as the camper van. So it was really, oh gosh, it was so humbling. It was such a privilege. It was so beautiful. It was sad. Um, it was, I was just so glad I was there for her. She's doing much better. Um, but being in their home, and he's not there, yeah, it was a lot. So just be there to support what it was all about, and I helped her work through some things. You know, we just talked, and she said to me, "I feel like I'm talking your ear off," and I said, "No, you go for it. You just get out what you need to get out, and I'm here to listen and support you and help in any way I can." And I helped her sort out some things in the house, and um, and I left, and she said, "Come again soon," and I will. When we go back up for this 2-week period we're going to go for, I'll go and see her again. So yeah, so it's been a really emotional time, and that's okay. That's life. And I'm just feeling it all, and through that, I'm seeing all these things. Craig and I are now exploring this possibility of moving back to our biggest city where we both met and where I'm from, and he lived for 20 years before he met me. And there's a lot going on, and this is the year of the fire horse, new beginnings. Look it up on ChatGPT, the year of the fire horse. It's a time when, if you believe in these sorts of things, the old systems are going to break down. People are going to be found out and put in the spotlight and removed, and all of these types of things. So yeah, it's a big time. Cheryl, we have a beautiful place. We do. We have a beautiful place, Cheryl. And whilst I love this property, I love it, and we have a beautiful outlook and surroundings, there's nothing to say we can't find something as beautiful or better. You know, that's what I've always said in the past. I've lived in a lot of different places. I've had a lot of different jobs. And I always said each time it was like, okay, universe, I'm time to move on. Please bring me something even better than I have now that suits my needs for the next season in my life. And that's exactly what I'm saying this time. And for someone else to be able to have this amazing property and to love it as much as we have, that's the thinking I'm trying to have, rather than if we just are going to move, oh my God, I'm losing something, because I'm not. I'm passing it on to someone else who's going to enjoy it equally, and I'm going to have what's right for my next season. So that's how I'm trying to view it. Jennifer, the beautiful thing is you do not have to rush with your decision. Exactly. And see if there's something different for you. My husband and I are feeling similarly about our home location. Yeah, I think it's, we're both, Craig's not working now. I'm not working full time. My coaching and YouTube business, I can take anywhere. I can still do it while we're transitioning with this move. And it feels really exciting. I've got goosebumps as I'm talking about it. And right here, right now, I want to thank you all, because I didn't want to come on here this morning. I felt quite, all the emotion was going in the background, and I didn't want to come on, and I was afraid that I was going to get really emotional. My screen's just blocked, stopped. Oh, give me a moment, sorry. Sorry about that. I've got my laptop open here, and so I need to play the video on my laptop so it doesn't close, but I'm on my phone, so sorry. So I'm so grateful for you all being here and helping me process this and talk about these things together. I think it's a time of life, Jennifer, where it's like, okay, things are different now, and what's next? What is the next season? Zayden, you're enjoying talking here, and we, South Asia and Iran, are burning due to USA and Israel. Zayden, yeah, I'm so sorry that is going on for you there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm just keeping, all of you in my thoughts, and yeah, I just hope you're safe there. I'm so sorry. Lovely to see you too, Lisa. Thank you for stopping by. Lovely to have you here. Hi, Rhonda. Yes, CL, it is amazing. It's really exciting to be exploring, a new season, and that we might make a move. Laurie, Kathryn, do what makes you feel. Yeah, life is meant to be felt. It is. And you know what I have here? A notebook and I bought several of these when I saw them in Kmart because I love them so much. And on this cover, it says, "Go where you feel most alive." So hopefully you can see that. And right now, I felt most alive when I was in a big city with lots going on that was much more accessible to me. So let's see where that goes. Scott, amazing. We can all sit on different parts of the world and just have a little chat together like this. Isn't it? Isn't it incredible? For all of the downsides of the internet, and it is. It's just amazing. And I may be proven wrong, but my gut feeling about AI is the same. It's new. It can feel scary. It has some downsides. But I'm hoping it's going to be something that's going to be something we can use wisely and, help us. Community is wonderful, CL. It sure is. Yeah, it's fabulous, Jennifer. Yeah, Zayden. Saying hello to Jennifer. Yes, yes, definitely. Thoughts and prayers and all of that are with everybody, anybody that's going through a difficult time. So yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks, to say the least. So what is going on for you? Let me know in the comments. What's the biggest emotion that's been coming up for you over the past week since we last spoke? We last spoke when we were camping at the marina north of Auckland, and when I was sitting outside and my microphone wasn't working, and I was vertical instead of horizontal, and yeah, so we were live then, and we were talking about big feelings. But yeah, what's going on? Yes, Jennifer. Yes, Jennifer. I am getting clarity. Transition is a difficult phase to be in all honesty, even though I love change, there's a part of me that finds it really difficult, and that part of me is the 12-year-old me that lost my mother. And I know that, and I know that that part of me wants to hold on to things, because she did that when mum died. She held on and buried the emotion and buried the grief, and she wanted to hold on to that to feel a connection to mum for a long time. So that part of me is a part that I will need to nurture through this. And I do that by talking to my inner 15-year-old and my inner 5-year-old's not so, she's pretty cruisy and she's excited about things, but it's my inner 15-year-old, the post 12-year-old me, who is the frightened part that I talk to often, 3 or 4 times a week. I talk to my inner 5-year-old, my inner 15-year-old, and we just have a conversation, and I ask them how they're feeling. So I'll be doing that a lot through this time because I'm very aware that she is feeling anxious. So yeah, above all shadows rides the sun. Yeah, there will be glorious sunrises wherever you go. Absolutely, absolutely. And there will be new experiences. I know in the past when we've talked about moving, Craig has said, he'd love to have a view again. And yesterday we were looking at some properties online in the areas that we've been thinking about, and just to get a bit of a feel. And he was looking at ones that didn't have a view. And I said to him, well, don't you want a view? And he was like, well, no, he said it's kind of different this time. This will be a completely different experience. And, we both think we want a bit of space around us. And it doesn't necessarily mean a water view. It might be a countryside view or a forest view or something else, So yeah, it's really nice that we're both open to different things. Cheryl, whatever you decide, Kathryn, we're here to follow your journey. Love your travelling videos. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And as I was saying earlier, I just, maybe last year when we were in the South Island, I did quite a few videos just at the end of the day, off the cuff, telling you a story of what went on for me emotionally or in my life that day. And maybe I go back to doing that. I'm not sure. But I think I need to simplify my YouTube journey, which I've been doing. But I still want to show you some of the things that we're out and about doing. But I want to weave in these life lessons because, as I've talked about before, there are these lessons every single day. And I know a lot of them are repetitive, but that's how we heal and that's how we grow. And they're repetitive because they're meant to be repetitive. They're repetitive because we still have something to work on. And this is my life journey. This is what I committed to almost 40 years ago. And I will always be on this journey. I'm never going to say, okay, no more personal development. That's it, not doing that stuff anymore. Because it's what has changed me from someone who would sit in the corner and not talk to anybody because I was so shy and so insecure and so full of self-hatred, to someone who can sit here and talk on YouTube and coach clients and help other people through things and, you know, have built successful businesses and all of that. So yeah, this is always going to be my thing. So, Jennifer, thank you, Kathryn, for sharing your heart here. You've created a safe space for us all as we navigate difficult seasons. Yeah, Jennifer, and we all have them, right? You know, we all have them all the time, whether it's a difficult, moment, a difficult day, a difficult week, a difficult month, a difficult year, a difficult several years, whatever it is, we all experience them. And, you know, what I've learned is we've got to go into them and through them. Can't go around, can't go over, can't go under. There's one way, and that is through. That's how you get to the other side. You know, lying on the couch yesterday morning, watching Lucy's video, sobbing my heart out was what I needed to do. And then things started to lift gradually yesterday. Jennifer, you are from USA. USA are attacking our neighbour, and it has a lot of bad effect on us. Yeah, it's not individuals who are responsible for what's going on. So I know it's really difficult what's going on, but yeah, it's not individuals. So I think we just need to perhaps if we can not talk in that way. CL, I like repetition. It reminds me to check in with myself. You know, I'm a long way away in New Zealand, so yeah. Jennifer, I hope you're here still. I've actually made a little change. I don't think that was called for. Okay, CL, I like repetition. Sorry, that's kind of good. I'm glad you're still here, Jennifer. Rightly or wrongly, I needed to stop those sorts of comments. It didn't sit right. Okay. Yes, CL, the repetition helps. Sorry, guys, it's a bit put me off track. Yes, the repetition is, and it is about repetition. You know, it's about, this is always going to be the way. There's always going to be times when I feel sad, where I feel angry, where I feel frustrated, where I feel happy, where I feel joyful. There's always going to be all those, and I'm going to share it all. It's not always going to be about the sad and the anger and all of that. There's going to be the joyful times too. Like right now, I am sitting here, I am looking out my window, and I can see my cosmos flowers that started blooming while we were away. Maybe I can show you them. Shall I show you them? Do you want to see them? You can see the messy desk. Well, it's not too messy. I'm just going to... So out the window there, I don't know if you can see, but you can see... you might have to... You can see my scarecrow and my terribly overgrown garden, which now needs to be cleaned out for the winter crops. But my cosmos flowers there have the morning sun shining on them. They're blowing in the wind. They're about 1.5 meters tall, I suppose. So they are overshadowing my vegetable garden that mostly has gone to seed. So I thought I'd just show you that. Yeah, they are beautiful, Jennifer. They're really gorgeous. And that is something among many things that are joyful in my life right now. So, right, got your back. Good, that worked. That's good. Okay, so yes, Laurie, exactly. And the great thing is we both feel the same. Like, we both feel excited about the possibility of being in our biggest city, of, the areas we're looking at are, an hour from the city, but we can get a train. We can get the train, which takes an hour and 15 minutes into the city. And, we can, if we want to, we can drive, whatever. But there's so many different areas, north, south, east, west of the city to explore. And yeah, now that we're not working as much, Craig's not working at all, it's, we've got the time to do those things. So yeah, it is. It's really exciting. And it will be for our greatest good. It will be, there will be things to let go of. I've got friends here, but that's okay. They can come and visit. We'll make sure we've got enough bedrooms so that they can come and stay. And that'll be another new experience. We can show them our home city. I mean, that will be really cool. Mike's thanks for dealing with that so graciously. Oh, Mike, I was a bit rattled, to be honest, but I just, that is not on. It's not individuals who are responsible for what's going on. It is, that's all I'll say. But I was a little rattled, but and I'm not from any of those countries, obviously. So I'm way down here in New Zealand, away from all of it. And you're welcome. Yes, see, I'll trust it. Those are those synchronicity seeds I talk about. I'm so excited for you. Thank you, Laurie. Yeah, they are. Like, we went up there for, thinking we'll just go and do the Auckland buzz for a week, for a week or so. And we didn't do it thinking we might then turn around and make a move or explore making a move. We just wanted to go and do it. So yeah, it's like, yeah. And we've already, interesting, last night we were sitting in our hot tub and, already, Craig's really good at research. He's amazing at research. And, he likes to have a plan, which is great. I'm so grateful for that. And he's already got a bit of a plan. He said, well, we can sell this property. We've got another property here in this city. He said, we can sell this property. We've got a shipping container. He said, we can put everything in the shipping container. We can move that to the other property. We can live in the other property temporarily. And then we can, until we buy a new property, and that way we're cash buyers, we don't have a property to sell. And then we can move to the new city, and then we can sell the other property here, and then we move up there, and then we've still got another one up there that a smaller property that we have as a rental. So yeah, it's kind of got it all figured out. So I'm really grateful that even though at times, I'll be honest, I get frustrated. I guess we all do in our lives and our relationships and things that happen. But I'm incredibly grateful that he is a planner and that he is a researcher, because I'm not. Yes, I'm good at planning for business and researching for business, but not much else, and gardening maybe. But he's brilliant at research for everything, and he's very, very thorough. So thorough. Jennifer, so relaxing, CL. I have cardinals and finches at the bird feeder. Oh, beautiful. It's the little things that bring joy. Yes, as Tracy with an IE says, it's the little big things, or the big little things. Little big things. The little things are the big things. Yes. Kathryn, we are all here for you. I love you. You are such an inspiration. Oh, Laurie, thank you. Thank you. When I have these really difficult times, it's funny, I was saying to a friend yesterday, a YouTube friend who I communicate with a lot outside of YouTube, and I said, I feel like a fraud. Here am I, a coach, trained life coach, talking about personal growth on YouTube, coaching clients. And right now I feel like my life is falling apart and I'm in deep, deep emotion and I feel like a fraud. And isn't it the thing? We all, well, I can't speak for you. I can only speak for me. But And for a moment there, I was like, I'm giving up YouTube. I'm giving up all of this. It's like, oh, and today, and I'm thinking, okay, that was a moment, Kathryn. That was a moment, and we have those moments. I don't know about you. Do you have those moments? Not a lot these days, but I still have them. And yeah, we just talked about it. And it's okay to have those moments, right? It's okay. The more I allow whatever happens, the quicker I come out the other side. And I still haven't set up Ecamm Live. I emailed them yesterday and I said, I think I need to cancel this subscription and restart at a later date. So, and they came back. They were amazing. They said, do you want an extension on your trial period? And I said, that would be amazing. So we're doing that. So I'll get it going. But yeah, being away, it sort of changes the environment that I'm kind of working in while I'm doing my YouTube. So yeah, I've got to figure all that out so that I've got a good workflow for while we're on the road. And I've done it before, and I've done it the last few times I've been away. So it's just figuring it out. Everything is figure outable, right? Who says that? Marie Forleo, someone I followed in business a lot. Rhonda, so true, CL. The little things that bring joy. Yeah, what a beautiful plan. No matter which way things go, CL, you can take us with you. Yes, Rhonda, it is the little things that bring joy, like those flowers and my scarecrow. I love my scarecrow so much. I don't know why. I just do. Yeah. Yes, CL. I will take you with me for sure through the highs and the lows, the times when things are on an even keel. I'll take you through all of it. And yeah, it'll be fun. So we are probably going to head away again on our 2-week stint in Auckland, probably in about a week's time. Not exactly sure yet, but I'll let you know anyway. And yep, you'll definitely be there with me. Jennifer, I think we all have those moments. I think we do, Jennifer. Yeah, and you know what? It's normal. It's normal to have those moments. Cheryl, yes, for sure. Yeah, it is, right. Mike, yes, it's okay. It is okay. It is absolutely okay to have those moments. CL, problem solving in itself is a form of creativity. I love your scarecrow too. Yeah, I love him. Doug. You know how he got his name? I have a friend in the UK, and we were Facebook friends, and I don't do Facebook much anymore, but I may restart it because I've got a lot of followers there from my business days, and I may restart it. I'm not sure. But anyway, I have this Facebook friend from the UK, and on my Facebook business page some time back, I said, some time back, I said on my Facebook, I said, what's a good name for my scarecrow? And I got lots of ideas. And this friend of mine in the UK said, Doug. And I thought, Doug, that is a perfect name for a scarecrow that sits in between my vegetable gardens and scares away the birds. So Doug he is. Laurie, I don't feel the chat is working. I do see anyone's chat, but I hear Kathryn responding. Oh, well. Oh, are you on live chat, Laurie, or top chat? I think that makes a difference, doesn't it? Yeah. So all of you in the UK will be looking forward to spring. When does it officially start? Let me know, because our seasons start like on the 1st of the month, but I know yours are different. So our seasons start, the 1st of March is autumn, and we call it autumn, we don't call it fall, but I use both. I usually put fall in brackets when I'm posting or something, because I know in the US you all call it fall. So autumn is the 1st of March, winter is the 1st of June, spring is the 1st of September, and summer is the 1st of December. So those are how our seasons work down here in the southern hemisphere, or in New Zealand anyway. And I think they do in, I was talking to a friend in Scotland, and he said that theirs change on the 1st of too, I think. So Doug is a fine scarecrow name. Yes, but it is Doug. D-U-G. So, yeah, Doug in the garden, you know, get it? Doug is your husband's name, Cheryl. Oh, wow. Video SEO Club. Good luck with the channel, Kathryn. It's inspiring to see the volume you're pumping out. Good thumbnails too. Thank you so much, Video SEO Club. Welcome. I've not had you here before. Lovely to have you on my live stream. Thanks for joining. And thank you for that lovely compliment. Spring equinox is March 20th. Okay, yeah. Okay. Snow will be on the ground into May, but springtime officially begins 20th of March. Okay. For Jennifer. And Mike, Laurie may have to log out and then come back into the chat. Jennifer, yeah, Doug. You guys have really cheered me up, and girls. Thank you so much. It's nice to be smiling again. I haven't smiled much in the last couple of days, and that's okay too. But yeah, it's nice to smile, to look out at my flowers, see the sun shining. Yeah. Steve, hi. Whoops, I just knocked my phone is on my tripod, which is under my desk behind my laptop, and I just put my feet forward and it went. So no, we're not having an earthquake, although we have lots of earthquakes in New Zealand, many, many, many earthquakes. Yeah. So Lifa Lupe. Hello, thank you for joining. Lovely to have you here as well. You've brightened my day as well. It's been lovely to chat with lovely souls. Oh, yeah, so lots going on. A lovely little trip away, another trip away to look forward to in about a week's time. The possibility of a move back to our my home city that we are exploring, and rethinking, yeah, YouTube again, and just continuing to on the personal growth thing, but maybe just sharing stories like I did in the beginning of this live stream today, that you know, it's figuring it out as we go, isn't it? That's life, right? Figuring it out as we go. So if you've got something challenging going on, just know that it too will pass. Be in it, feel it, allow yourself to be fully in it, and yeah, you'll come out the other side. Everybody's saying hi. And I've got Sid here. He's just come in. No, he's wandered off again. He's like, oh, this is boring. Nothing's happening in here. Jennifer, it's about figuring out as we go. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And, you know, as you said, Jennifer, you're exploring perhaps something new as well. So, and I think, you know, as I said at the beginning, this is a, you know, Year of the Fire Horse. You know, look it up. It's very interesting. It's about, actually, let me pull it up on chat again and just so I can talk to you about it. So it's all about new beginnings, and I am very excited about the possibility of a new beginning and whatever shape that takes. And yeah, so the year of the fire horse occurs and ChatGPT has decided to freeze in the Chinese zodiac cycle, and the last one was 1966. The one before, oh, that's interesting. That was the year my husband was born, and the previous one was 1906. So it represents in Chinese, traditional Chinese astrology, it represents the horse is independent, energetic, strong-willed, freedom-loving. Fire element is passion, intensity, leadership, and boldness. Combined, fire horse is considered especially dynamic, powerful, charismatic, and unstoppable. So that's what this year is about in the Chinese horoscope. So really, really fascinating. And it's also a number 1 year in numerology, which I know a little bit about. But that's also a powerful thing. I'll just put that into chat as well to see what it comes up with. Love Sid, yeah. He's gone again. He keeps wandering in and out. What are you doing, Mum? He says, what are you doing? He is the cutest. He was funny yesterday. I was outside playing with his ball and it rolled all the way down our driveway. And our driveway is 200 metres long, as many of you have seen. And it actually went right down the very bottom by the road. And of course, he wanted to chase it. So I was like, wait, Sid, wait. And he did. 3/4 of the way down, he stopped and he just waited for me. So he's a good boy. He listens to wait. He's very good with that. Doesn't listen to other things like come here at times. Laurie, my last video was about one of those moments. Yes, how they still sneak into life even after decades of inner work. Yes, Laurie, it was about your panic attack with your husband being away. Yeah, and how there was that part of you which is where that was coming from. And I think that's why it's so important to recognize this stuff, isn't it? Because I know, for me, potentially with a move, my inner 12-year-old to 30-year-old, who was the part of me that post losing mum, 12 to 24 before I went to therapy, 30 when I my mid-30s when I came out. I'd been in therapy off and on for a decade. It's that 12 to 30-year-old part of me, particularly the teenager, who is going to be, if we decide to make a move, is going to be wanting to hold on to the past, wanting to be stuck in grief of what I'm losing, rather than embracing what's new and the fact that we will be releasing this property to somebody who can also love it equally as much as we have. And to me, to my adult self, that is exciting and that gives me goosebumps and that feels good. But to my 12-year-old self, it's like, but I want to move, and what about this and what about that? And it's so true. It's the different parts of ourselves is what I've come to learn that is so important to work with. Just on that, I've just had a nudge, and I've talked about these nudges before. We've done meditations. We're not going to do that today. But I've just had a little nudge, and I'm wondering, are any of you interested in knowing more, or even a little short course, a workshop type thing, and it would be paid, it wouldn't, about how I work with my inner 5-year-old and 15-year-old and teenager? Just let me know in the comments if that's something that would interest you. Because it's powerful, powerful work. Laurie, I just put your recent video in my watch queue. Yeah, I look forward to listening. I must use that queue more often, Jennifer, because I don't use it. Yeah, the queue, but I don't use that. I must do it. Such a good idea. Sid is so sweet. Yes, he is. He seems like he has such a personality that keeps you on your toes. He does. And he has us laughing so much. Like in the evenings, when we're sitting on the couch watching YouTube or TV or whatever we're watching, if Craig gets up to get a drink or do anything, and Sid immediately jumps on Craig's seat. It's hilarious. And I must post a photo actually. I'll post a photo. I'll try and remember to do that. Because it's hilarious. I've got a photo with Sid in Craig's seat, Craig kneeling down in front of him, negotiating with Sid to get out of his chair. It's hilarious. So, yeah, he does keep us on our toes. Thank God for therapy. Yes, yes, Jennifer, thank God for therapists and healers and coaches and all of the things, all of the courses and workshops and seminars and summits and all of those things. Yeah. Yes, that would be very good to hear your process. It's something I'm learning how to do. Yeah, it's very, very powerful. So I'll have a think. I'd like to do too in time. So that'd be a paid thing where we did, some live online interactive workshop type things. Yeah. Yes, thank God for all the help that's available. So I've just another little thing I'll share with you because it's something that's really or someone that's really wonderful in my life. I've just had a little notification flash up from Find Penguins, and it's a site that I hadn't heard of it, but a friend of mine is traveling at the moment and she is using it. And she and her sister, she is so inspiring. She is 75 and her sister is 77, and they are currently traveling in India for a month. And she, she does these massive big hikes. She does so many amazing things. So I've just had a little notification flash up to say she's put some more photos up. So I'll go and see that. So I hope they're doing okay where they are. But she is such an inspiration to me, someone I met about 8 years ago. And yeah, I just love to think that, in my mid-70s, I can still be doing things like that. So that is 60 minutes we have been here for. I came on today and I said to Craig, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be. I said I might be 30 minutes. I said I might be an hour. I feel like I could keep talking forever, but I know you've all got things to do, and I'm going to get out for a walk. It's a lovely day, even though it's a bit cooler. I'll be putting my long pants on today, and I have got my thick merino socks on. Oh, excuse me. To keep my toes warm, so I might even be putting my leather hiking boots on too. But I think it is supposed to warm up a little bit. So thank you for sharing this time with me today. It's been really lovely to talk this through with you all. And, I know that whatever happens, it is going to be for my highest good. And yeah, I will be taking you on the journey. So have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. And again, thank you. And I'll see you in another video soon. It might be a video where I'm just out. It might be a little off the cuff story where I'm sitting here. But yeah, I'll be continuing to share the stories that are shaping my life and the lessons that I'm learning. So See you all again very soon. Lots of love. Thank you so much. Bye for now.